Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of the Red Devils Corner Kick podcast, a fan podcast dedicated to Manchester United Football Club. As always, like, subscribe, follow, whether it's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube, and also social media, Instagram, TikTok, or X. As always, thank you to those who subscribe, follow, like posts, and as well as downloading and streaming the podcast. Greatly do appreciate it. It is almost midnight. Yeah, it's a late episode. But here we are. It is the weekend now. Well, we're going into the weekend. Friday is basically over. We're going to watch, we're going into a weekend where we have a doubleheader on Sunday. I did the women's preview last night. If you want to take a look at that, discussing lineup for the match against Chelsea in the Subway Women's League Cup final. That will be going on around at the same time as the men's game against Aston Villa, and that's the purpose for tonight. One thing I do want to mention, just something in link to the women's game, Riviere and Rolfo are expected to be are up for selection for Sunday, which is great. Like I said yesterday, having players coming back healthy is great. Sandberg, Toon are expected not to be back until April, which is tough. Galton is undecided. Sandberg is expected to be back for Tottenham. Toon and Galton are undecided. Maybe Toon potentially for April. But I know they're talking about Sandberg, but it's hard to say when they're going to be back and healthy. You're hoping for at least Byron, but having Rolfo back, having Riviere healthy, we'll be getting Miyazawa back eventually, so having her back as well will be great. But it is, it's about the depth, right? It's just a matter of going into that stretch. So hopefully Sandberg comes back sooner. It would just be great to have her back, especially for the depth too. But we will have to. They'll have to fight. They'll have to fight through what they're going to go through with this stretch. Because again, Sunday is the stretch of 6 games. 6 games in like 20 days or 21 days, I believe. It's gonna be tough. It is, especially when we're playing Byron in City. Like right there, that's the section right there. So Skinner's going to have to work in depth, and I mentioned that last night. Depth, getting players ready. So, but that's for another episode. Tonight is about Manchester United versus Aston Villa. Listen, it's like I've said a bunch of times. It's round 2 against Aston Villa. Listen, we have 2 games, 3. We're not. We have this game, and then we have next week. Who do we play next week? Bournemouth, I believe it's next week. We have this game in Bournemouth, and that's it. And we're not back until April 13th. Yeah, let's reminisce about that, ladies and gentlemen. We are not back till April 13th. We just had a little break. We're going to play 2 games, and then we're going to take off 3 weeks. It's the international break, obviously. Plus, it is an important international break. Let's not take that away. There are going to be some friendlies going on, but we do have final qualifiers for the World Cup. So it's an important time at this time for those. But listen, we're going to have some players that are not going to be playing. We're going to have some players who are off trying to bid and get themselves into the World Cup. So that's important. But going back to it, yes, Sunday. We are playing Aston Villa, like I mentioned, technically round 2. And listen, different manager, it's going to be a different formation, different mentality. The question is what mentality is going to show up. And basically, can we get a result? This is a fight. Villa, who just played Thursday, got a win. But they're going to have their legs moving. They at least got a game under them. We haven't played since we lost to Newcastle. So we're in there's struggle. In the last time when we played them, don't get me wrong, the last game was great. well, it wasn't. We lost. Euro did struggle. I know everyone was on Amram about, playing youth. We lost. I believe that was the game we didn't have Bruno. Let's just get that ready here. Because I believe Bruno... Let me just take a look here. Just looking at that game. Nope, I went to the wrong one. There we go. There we go. 2-1. Just pulling that up. Yeah, Bruno left at the 46 minutes, so we lost him at half. Listen, and we can talk so on and so forth about everything that's going on. Yes, that's when. Oh yeah. Or was it? Mainu was, I think, ill or injured at that time. Aiden Heaven, who played a good game. Euro did struggle, especially when he was up against Morgan Rogers. Obviously now it's going to be a back four when we're playing them. Bruno's going to be up in the attack. You're going to have, and one thing too, who we were missing, Ahmad and Buemo and Mazraoui. They weren't there for that game. This is around the time when the AFCON was going on. So we have players back who weren't there. So we're going to be a little bit more at full strength. Obviously, Dorgu is not there. Dorgu is out until at least April. So, and then we're going to have, I think Casemiro was out too. Casemiro was suspended. So, and Harry Maguire wasn't there. Mateus de Ligt, who is still not going to be playing, so he won't be there. So we're going to be a little bit more. It's going to be a different lineup than they faced. The attack will be a little bit there. The question is whether or not he's going to continue on with that same front three. Would you give Diallo? But again, Diallo, Mazraoui. Hopefully Mazraoui is healthy going into this game. That's the important thing, because it's hard to say how it's going to look. Because we won't have Licha. Did we have Licha last time? Martinez came in and filled in for Bruno at that midfield position. I remember that. But yeah, Martinez is gone. De Ligt wasn't there before. Dorgu's out. So hopefully Mazraoui. I know he left the last game with a limp, so hopefully he's going to be there. So hopefully we're ready to go. And I know it's about the status, and I'm going to be doing my lineup here. The one thing too is we have to be able to slow down their attack. Rogers has to be contained, which means it's going to be a tough challenge on the outside. Obviously Watkins can be there, but we have to be able to capitalize on their mistakes. We know if we apply some pressure to Martinez, we know we can capitalize. So we have to do options here to get everything back. So again, this is an important game. Let's not take that away. It is an important game. I'm hoping that Mazraoui is healthy for this game. I know he said the time off. Let's hope that they were prepared. May have to go with the low. So we'll see. He's had 2 weeks off. It's just a matter of preparation and ready to go. And And this is a rebound. This has to be. It's not about just a rebound game towards the loss against Villa back in December. It's a rebound game because they've played like shit the last four games. Technically more. You can see that there. Again, results can cover up. So they haven't played well the last few games. The wins, the draw have the two. The intensity, the fitness of the team has dropped. Luke Shaw hasn't looked the best, so that's a concern. So we're going to rely on pieces. So there are concerns. There are concerns about fitness. It really does bother me that we're in a point where we're going into an important game where we have to fight for points. We have to fight for position. We have to chase off Liverpool and Chelsea. We have to fight off Aston Villa because we're technically tied with them, but we're beating them on goal differential. We have to find a way to get it in the back of the net. We have to be able to control the ball, slow their attack, capitalize on the mistakes that they make. So we do have our challenge. Again, having Mbuemo and Ahmad back, hopefully having Mazraoui, that's good. That gives you options and rotation in the attack. Bruno playing in his 10 as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how everything goes. Again, it's just a matter of waiting. Listen, the squad there's a lot of things they need to answer back from. And like I mentioned, the loss against Newcastle, the slow and terrible play that they've been doing the last few games. If Villa get off to a start, and the one thing too is technically Villa's had some time off, but they just played Thursday. Yes, there might be fatigue, but there might be energy because now they've had their legs go. They haven't had now much time off because they just played in a European game. So now they're going to be back here on Sunday. There might be a slight fatigue, but that might give them an edge. Like, it won't give them, I probably will give them more. They'll probably have better legs because they just played in a game. And United haven't. United's fitness has struggled because they've wanted reduced time in practices, going home early, so on and so forth. I just saw something that just reported that the Sun about Ugarte, that he is the first one to always leave training. Like, training's at like 9, he's out, and training's done at like 12:15. He's out the door and already gone where other players stay. I saw that on Twitter today. So it's just, yeah. But yeah, we have a lot of things that need to be controlled on. The midfield can't be overrun. You're going to have Mainu and Casemiro together, but you can't have them being overrun. That's the problem here. They're going to, we can't have that. We can't have them struggling. So, but they have a lot to answer for this game. Manchester United need to respond. And it's not just towards Aston Villa. It's about their lack of play the last few games. Can they back it up? Can they show what they're capable of doing? So that's the concern. That's what we're looking at here. So, okay. But yeah, there's a lot of things we need to do in this game. There is control, passing. We can't look like we're tired or missing a step. And when we come back from long breaks, it's even worse. That's the thing. Yeah, that's the concern. When we come back from long breaks, we can't. And we need to win. I'm always going for the win, but we need to win. There is, if I were to compare the level of pressure and importance of this game, there is pressure on Villa, but there's a lot more pressure on this squad for Manchester United. They are. They have no excuse. Villa is at least playing in Europe. Man United are not. Man United have no excuse on why they're tired. They don't like I've made my rants before the last few episodes. They have no excuse on why they should be tired. None. So, but the pressure's on them. It is. It really is. They have to answer for what's been going on the last few games. And only they can do it. Carrick is just the caretaker. He may not even be here once the season's done. He may not. He's just here to make sure that they can do whatever. But right now they need to show up. And that's the problem. Will they show up? Will they be there for what we need? So the pressure's on them. And when the pressure is on the line, we know this team can show up. They don't show up when the pressure is on. They play down tools. Let's go with my player ratings now. Not my player ratings. My player prediction for my lineup. There we go. I can construct sentences. All right. Nope, that's the wrong file. Okay. Because of the concern with Mazraoui and his injury, it's hard to say whether he will be good to go. So I'm going to go with Lamens, Delot, Yoro, Maguire, Shaw. Delot, there will be a challenge tomorrow with Morgan Rogers, but you hope that having the back four will hopefully do something to slow it down. But yes, Delot, they're going back with Yoro. Again, Licha is out. But having him Euro there, it's a big game for him. It's a redemption. He's got to be better than he was the last time that he played. Harry Maguire will be there. Luke Shaw, if he should be fit, he should be. He's had time off. Like the fact that the intensity has, the fact that they've requested train, like, I can't. It's infuriating for how everything has been going. Shaw there. The one thing I'd like to see Shaw is get himself over half, but he's not. The left back and the right back situation is a concern. Not having Dorgu there is tough. One thing is Mazraoui again. If he is healthy, you will probably see him starting. But again, it's the concern of the ankle, making sure that he's good to go. Casemiro, Menu, but they can't be overrun. And you can talk about, the substitutions. No, we can't just be overrun. They're going to get over, we can't. And that's what we've seen the last few games. They've been overrun. And hopefully it doesn't continue. And Buemo, Bruno, Cunha there, and Sesko, the same group to start there. Same with the attack. Same attack as it's been the last few games. Maybe with Ahmad coming back, you can do the Buemo false nine, but it doesn't look like it's going to be. I think you just keep that similar attack with the movement. So again, the one thing that's different is you can potentially see maybe Ahmad and having the start and Buemo going to there, or you can have Cunha in that starting position. The one thing I loved about the 3-4-3 was the fact that you had Ahmad at that wing back and then Buemo at that 10, and then there's the connection that they made. They have to find something that can work with that, because that pairing just worked well when moving the ball. And Sesko, listen, when he scores, he scores. He's had they just have to feed him. They have to get him involved. So they have the bodies to score and compete, but that's the thing, right? You're going to look at health. You're going to look at depth too. Health, depth. But listen, at the end of the day, remember, consistency, discipline, and finish. Something that they have lacked from the last 4 or 5 games. I've said it longer after, obviously, Arsenal and Manchester City were great. But after that, it was, you can see certain things again. Tottenham, they needed Tottenham to get a red card for them to do what they did. Fulham, they allowed them in. Never really took opportunities to get the lead back. And we saw West Ham, Everton, Crystal Palace, Newcastle. You saw the struggles there. You really did. So once again, lineup. We have, so again, Lamens, Delot, Yoro, Maguire, Shaw, Casemiro, Menu, Mbeumo, Bruno, Cunha, and Sesko as your lineup for Sunday. Again, I'll be doing some of the live coverage for a bit, warming up, before getting into the final against the women's team, who are playing Chelsea in the League Cup final. So the main focus of the watch along is the women's final, but from time to time I will bring up some stuff about the men's game, because we will see a halftime there. We will. But yeah, looking forward to it. Again, consistency, discipline, finish. That's the important thing for this Manchester United men's squad, and we need to see it. They need to show fight. Question is, will they show up? that's the thing, right? Can they? Will they? That's what we need from. So, but yes, I will be back again, the watch along on Sunday, then the post game with the player rating. So keep an eye out for that. I will be making my broadcast, getting everything set up and getting everything ready to go as well. So, but yeah, I will talk to you guys Sunday. Enjoy your weekend. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, follow, YouTube, Apple Podcast, Spotify. And don't forget, subscribe, follow, like, through Instagram, TikTok, or next as well. But yeah, I will talk to you guys Sunday. I'll be starting the stream at about around 9:45 Sunday for the watch along. And then, yeah, we'll be getting ready for this important Sunday. Again, I do like the back-to-backs. I do. It's fun. The double headers. So I'm looking forward to it as well. But enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the match on Sunday. Hope you guys enjoy the watch along as well. This is the Red Devils Corner Kick Podcast. Glory, glory, Man United.